completely out of the blue. The South Americans, they have definitely showed the world what they're capable of.
Yeah.
I'm expecting them to win.
Yeah, you think so?
I am. I think they're going to be in the final.
Those are some big words coming from Jolts here. Of course, Impact and Youngsong sitting in the other group who Red Cannons have yet to play against. And yeah, you can really tell how happy they were. Aklo came back here, was so happy in his winner's interview. But that's enough about this match. Spacestation Gaming's still going to be in our next one, but they're going to be playing up against Dolos. And now this is a barn burner of a match. An absolute bloodbath I expect this one to be. Spacestation Gaming versus Dolos, two incredibly good teams. One European, one North America, a longly awaited rival. How do you expect this one to go, Jolts?
So far I've been saying that the EU is going to win, but I don't want to say anything anymore. But looking at the players, I think Spacestation Gaming might do it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty likely that we see SSG pull ahead here. Of course, they just came off of a tough loss, and I feel like that one definitely had to be a little bit of a tilter.
Yeah.
We know Bloom, Averse, and Prost are all very emotional gamers, so to speak. I imagine they were a little bit frustrated after losing that one because, you know, honestly, all of the games are so incredibly close. It could have gone either way, so hopefully they can come into this one with a clear head. Now, in terms of strategies, what do you expect these two teams to play?
Well, I would expect the Spacestation Gaming trying to poke the eyes with an aggressive play. They are very good in being aggressive, right? So they're gonna definitely do some Shifu trickery, and Dolos on the other hand, they might try something. We can actually see it.
Yeah, we got it up on our screen. We got the Clerny Lucy, which looked incredible earlier, and Jurgen Hot Biscuit, Ashka, Varesh, Lucy.
The funny thing is, these guys are copying Red Cannons right now.
Yeah. Playing that.
How low have you fallen, EU?
Yeah, what a storyline. If you had told a week ago me that a European team would be playing what a South American team brought to the table, I would have been like, there's no way. But honestly, that just shows how vastly how much we underrated the South American teams. Red Cannons really showing that there's a lot of strength to their comp and showing people that they should respect them. On the other side, Spacestation Gaming, they're going to be running the Jamila, Jumong, Paloma. How do you feel about this comp into what Dolos is playing?
Well, Jamila overall is going to be very nice against double range because Jamila just overall will have a lot of room to do stuff and throw shurikens all over the place and the pull ability, pull enemies off position and stuff like that. And they actually have Paloma just like other side. Jamila from the situation.
Right.
And I don't think Dolos has the possibility to punish Paloma properly. They have slow heroes, so they will mostly focus on killing Averse or Proster.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely see that happening too, as you know, the Varesh Hand of Judgment. I don't think it's too favorable to see Varesh, or for your enemies to see a Varesh Hand of Judgment plus an Ashka throwing M1s on you. So much damage can come from that. It'll be very interesting to see how these two comps play out. Of course, both of these teams at risk of elimination. This is an elimination game, and these are two incredibly highly rated teams. And we're going to go see how it works. Game 1 coming up right now. All right, Yeltsi. Well, looks like we're going to be waiting a second longer for this banger of a match. But, you know, I got a little bit of patience. We'll be here anyways. Of course, we're at DreamHack Summer. Lots of cool stuff to do here. Lots of cool stuff to wait around for.
It looks like every time I'm on the camera, there's going to be problems with the game.
Are you bad luck?
Maybe I am. Maybe I am the black cat. Across the street.
The black cat.
You see me, you run.
Oh, I mean, I would have done that anyways.
Don't do that.
Sorry,
I feel lonely.
You should see the look on this man's face.
Yeah.
I think I might have just broken Jolts.
Yeah. Emotionally broken.
Man. First broken by not qualifying for the BPL and having to cast.
Yeah.
You fall into my bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, not being able to play, so you got to cast.
Yeah, indeed. It's like bottom of the barrel.
How does it feel, man?
The graveyard of pro players.
Yeah, this is it. We got Crooks, Jolton in the flesh. All people that could not qualify for the event, so instead we're here talking about it. But you know, at the end of the day, Jolts, I'm just happy to be involved with this game. Incredibly good matches today, very fun to talk about, and Battlerite, to see it have come so far, especially for someone like you who streams the game almost daily, must be very satisfying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's very fun to see the players in the flesh and just talk to them face to face, and everyone is just completely like, they are the same as they are on the internet, but they are humans also.
Yeah.
So we are all humans, right?
Yeah, we're all humans at the end of the day. It's very cool. I was talking to a friend earlier. It's cool to see the face and line it up with the voice. And
oh, yes, absolutely.
you get to attach that voice or that typing in Discord to a certain person, and at that point, it all becomes so much more real.
Yeah. And after the event, it's going to be very, very good memory.
Yeah, absolutely. I know I've already created so many good memories with people such as yourself.
Yeah.
So many cool people here to meet at DreamHack Summer at the LAN Finals of Season 1. And, you know, there's no place I'd rather do it. The biggest event for this game, of course, $10,000 on the line for first place, as well as a ton of pride, being the best in the world. I think that's a title everybody here wants.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a big stage, and the big boys are playing. Yeah. We are not big boys.
Nah, we're toddlers compared to these boys on the stage here.
the pressure what these players are facing when playing on the stage, it's enormous.
Yeah.
And waiting for the games, and it requires a lot of willpower. It's not as easy as you might think. That we just go and play games.
Yeah.
No, there's much more behind.
Yeah, there's so much more not only required in terms of being intelligent, you also must be very disciplined. It's not like these players just play this game for fun. These guys are grinding out games, grinding out strategies, and the biggest thing is even when they're not playing, even when I didn't play as a captain, I was always thinking about Battlerite. Yeah, I'm sure as a player and a team captain, you can relate to that as well.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of thought goes into this game for these players.
Absolutely. It's not simple.
No.
By no means. It requires a lot of theory crafting, and you need to play with your teammates to be able to get the combos going.
Yeah.
And it requires coordination, and not every team has it, and you gotta work for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not something that comes easy either. You don't just get the synergy required to be successful. A lot of time needs to be invested in playing this game. And you know, these teams have put in the time, and that's why they're here today.
Absolutely.
Looks like we do have issues resolved. Things starting up here. We got the game, ladies and gentlemen. SSG versus Dolos.
It's going to be very fun to see what these teams will be able to pull off. It's been a long day for everyone, and they still have energy to show what they're capable of doing. And I think that most of these teams are still hiding their stuff.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
We still got secret strats in the back pockets?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, great start here for SSG. They managed to get a decent trade with Dolos. Hot Biscuit playing so far back, and Jurgen doing no better. That Phantom Cut dealing so much damage. The Inhibitor's Guard doesn't protect him, and there's no counter either. This is not looking great, Jolts.
Yeah, it's not. Hot Biscuit was a bit too forward there, and Hot Biscuit is very used to play with the melee player right here, and right now that's not going to happen, so there's no one to tank damage for him. He has to do it himself.
Yeah, you know, Hot Biscuit generally very used to playing with Ruth, a Bako player, incredibly good. Jurgen taking a lot of damage here, the barrier being applied to negate most of it, but at the end of the day, he's still going to fall, Jolts.
He goes down, he goes down. That was a very nice collapse. I blinked and he was gone.
Yeah, just suddenly he lost all of his HP.
Yeah, playing double range is tricky because you need to tank damage. You cannot just burn your escapes to dodge damage, because if you do that, you will be collapsed on immediately. Right. So you just need to stay there and take damage.
Yeah.
Let your healer heal you.
Yeah.
You range just deal damage, and if you need to dodge something, you just hope that you get the perfect dodge and you won't get collapsed on.
Yep, I feel like double range is one of those really high skill comps where you need to be able to trade very favorably in 1v1 situations. Like Hot Biscuit going to be able to trade very favorably against a Verse. Proster gonna be able, or Jurgen gonna need to be able to handle Proster, and if they're not able to, they'll just lose these rounds. Yeah. Now the Lucy, how do you feel she fits into this double support comp?
The Lucy is probably the best healer for double range comp.
Right.
Because she has the most defensive and healing abilities out of the game, and a lot of CC abilities, Petrify, Fear, Clarity Potion. And look at this Petrify, wow! Meanwhile, yeah, that's what I mean, like, Fleur is so spot on with those Petrifies, as we see there, just CCing the Polymer there, and to teammate just kill a burst there, no issue.
Incredibly high skill play and great coordination coming out of Dolos as Clerney gets a beautiful Petrify, which leads into two range characters collapsing onto the Jumong. He just had nowhere to go, no other side available as the Paloma was petrified. Textbook play from Clerney and the boys.
Yep. That's Clerney.
Yeah.
It's very important nowadays with Lucy to use your EX abilities more than your ultimate. Because of the short range of your ultimate, you actually put yourself at risk when you want to throw it. You won't have roll anymore.
Yep.
And those players who sit in the goo, they will just tank it and focus Lucy down.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, of course, Lucy's ultimate used to have a range of 10. They cut it by 30% down to 7, so like you talked about, that range drastically reduced.
Oh, it hurts.
You have to play so much safer, especially because, like you mentioned, you don't have roll if you drop your goo, so in that way, a very good nerf, making it much harder for Lucy to drop the goo. But Clerney doesn't care, man. He has that Hysteria Battlerite. He's throwing out Petrifies left and right, Deadly Injects all day. Clerney spamming that 1 and that 2 button on his keyboard.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. Definitely, the support, that was nice.
Yeah, Proster's really good at canceling his space, I've noticed. Often he'll go onto walls next to counter characters, just cancel it, and burn the counter. Jurgen this time being the recipient of that.
Yeah.
The counter was procced, though, the secondarily. Wow, look at Bloom's HP, Jolts. Oh.
Demoted to Crooks. That's a joke, Crooks. Yeah, that was a low. Bloom is just able to tank the Clerney's ultimate, the Lucy ultimate here, just sitting in the goo while ultimating himself. It's a very risky play, but it worked out for him.
Yeah, the counter of Jurgen was procced while the Paloma had Judgment on her as well. Pretty unfavorable. Now, the red team, they do manage to get the orb. They're second of the round. Jurgen, with his counter proc, very lucky, but the Infernal Scorch from Hot Biscuit gets nothing, Jolts.
Oh.
So unfortunate, and Ashka's gonna fall.
Hot Biscuit, what are you doing? You're off the team now.
Someone better hit Hot Biscuit with his replay later on.
He was sweating earlier in the couch.
Yeah?
It's like, I'm nervous, man. I gotta win this.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really, really tense match here. And now it's looking like Dolos are at risk of falling down 2-1 in this best of 5. And
this is the NA versus EU, what people be waiting for.
yeah.
Even though it's maybe people want to see Impact versus Youngsung, I understand that.
Yeah.
But this game will also be very good.
Yeah, this is also a very important game. Youngsung, there's a lot of pride on the line here too. I see Jurgen and I see Clerney, or not Clerney, but rather Bloom talking quite often. And, you know, each of them think they are very good players. So whoever wins this one, I have a feeling they'll exchange words afterwards.
I don't want to go to Reddit after. It's going to be upset.
We'll see how this goes. We'll see if Dolos is able to bring it back. A great hook shot from Proster starts this one off, forcing the Molten Fist out of Hot Biscuit. The Searing Flight also forced by the space. Proster, beautiful play to start off round 4.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just pushing in forward right
wow,
now.
Clerney.
Yeah, Clerney spears in spot on. And meanwhile, look at Averse. He's losing the trade very hard against Jurgen because Bloom was clearly focused on keeping Proster alive.
Yeah.
And that's the issue in 3 vs 3 with support. It's very hard to keep track of your teammates all the time.
Bloom couldn't quite keep his Jumong alive. Averse got chunked down pretty hard here, but red team, they're so split here, Jolts.
Look at Hot Biscuit position is so awful. He's behind the enemy lines.
Yeah, he got swapped in by Bloom. A beautiful play, but Dolos managed to take the second orb of the round. Very big here, and Averse up top being manhandled by Jurgen's Jumong, and EXM2 equalizes the playing field a little bit here, though. The fresh, beautiful crush to knock the Paloma out of that ultimate, too.
That was very nice play. And Proster trying to get the incap there. If he would have gotten the incap, it would have most likely be the game.
Dude, that rain of arrows dealing so much damage to Hot Biscuit up top. The Dragon Slayer, here it is, Jolts.
We have a new Jurgen here in the enemy team. It's called Averse. Watch out, Jurgen. Oh wow, Jurgen is just pushing forward. He realizes he needs to create space for his teammate.
God.
It's not enough.
Yeah, he realized he needed to create this space and ate a double rain of arrows in return. Definitely not what you want to have happen. The other side comes out on Proster and he immediately cancels it to find the kill on Hot Biscuit. And SSG, they're pulling ahead 3-1. And man, it's interesting watching this because SSG, they struggled against Red Cannons, but these rounds, they're looking kind of easy, Jolts.
Yeah, they are looking easy, but maybe it's because of the Jamila.
Yeah.
I've actually talked to Jurgen, and he said that he would choose Rook meta over Jamila meta.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. He hates playing against Jamila. He's probably tilted out of his mind right now. But they can definitely do it. They just need to find a sweet spot when to punish and when to go back. They shouldn't even care about the middle ops right now and just focus on farming the ultimate slowly and then getting the situation. And ultimate Proster whenever needed. No other side, kill him.
Yeah, nice Hand of Judgment there. Averse taking quite a bit of damage. Stepping forward is the Jumong, but he takes a huge chunk from that rain of arrows. His R helps him get back, and the Crush helps him secure the orb. Dolos, they do get the first orb of the round.
That's very big, and Jurgen is very good with that EX2 of Varish, pushing the orb back to his team. And before Clerney and Jurgen, it's very hard to take the middle orb against them. They are very good at capitalizing on it together.
Absolutely, we saw it. we saw it there as they managed to take the first one. The Molten Fist being used by Hot Biscuit to knock off the Jamila. And Red Team, Dolos get another orb. The shield stacking though.
Yep.
Very unfortunate. Now there's no inhibitors guard or barrier, and this is not good for the Jumong. He's just getting damage rained down on top of him.
Proster is going down so low.
Yeah, Proster, he's so low, trading the HP on Jurgen for Proster's HP. We'll see if they manage to find a kill here. This is scary. Both barriers stacked again. That's not great.
Jurgen goes in, how did he got the middle of with the ultimate? That was big.
Oh, that...
And Hot Biscuit, he does it.
Is he back on the team?
He's back in the team, but he still needs to win. He's about to die.
Yeah, he's incredibly low. The barrier was spent to try to keep him alive, and it's looking like the red team might be able to stabilize Clerney. He's able to get back around, but Maresh actually falls. Hot Biscuit, though, he gets that energy, and if there's one thing I'd be scared of in a 2v2, it's Hot Biscuit with energy.
Yeah, absolutely. Just die, Clerney, and give your energy to Hot Biscuit. He's gonna start. He's a Nashka. Yeah, he's gonna do it. Oh, wow, that was a very nice fear from Clerney, very big. Yeah, space what they needed, but Hot Biscuit looking very, very, very dead.
Oh, the rain of arrows even being dropped. This is so scary, Jolts. Yeah. Hot Biscuit, if you sneeze on that, man, he's gonna die, and Bloom is gonna pick up a green shard here too. Now completely poised to take the center orb. Averse, he even hits an M1 to snare the Ashka off of his mount. This is not a good look for the red team.
Yeah. But it's doable. Hot Biscuit is holding his ultimate, right? But the only way to use it is when they don't have other side or
swap
base
or prowl. There's so much, right?
Yeah, and I know, right? And Bloom has ultimate.
Yeah,
what you're gonna do.
I can't help but feel like Hot Biscuit. There's no way on this planet that he gets this ultimate. They do get the orb though with the
other side now.
Yeah, okay.
They might have the window to do something if Hot Biscuit stays alive and big most to EX most 2 from Averse. Wow, 2 versus 3.
Yeah, beautiful pressure here. And SSG, they're going to manage to take this one. They found it.
Wow, that was close in the end, but still. Yeah. That's a tilter. I'm going to say it right now.
That's a tilter?
Yeah, that's a tilter. I think they are ready to go to the next game.
Yeah, losing a 2v3 like that, I can't help but feel like that's probably not too motivating.
Yeah, definitely it's not, especially in a tournament like this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jurgen, he got bopped by that Jumong pressure. And the story of that round, honestly, just seems to be the amount of pressure Averse was able to put out. Yeah, absolutely. And this potentially could be the last round. I'm interested to see if actually Dolos is able to turn this around. They need to find their sweet spot, the way they want to play at. Do they want to be in the choke point and let the enemy come there? I don't know. It's going to be very hard for them. No, nice Volcano there. Hot Biscuit getting some good chip damage onto Averse. Proster taking quite a bit of damage himself, but his counter's proc. He gets the material. Red team, Dolos get the orb jolts. In cap, but still the space damage is there. But meanwhile, Bloom is taking a lot of punish from Hot Biscuit. Yeah. Hot Biscuit. Yes, he used Purifier. This is rare to see. Yeah, very rare. He gets quite a lot of healing off of it. Oh, yeah. That ability may be a little bit underused, but the 2 bar of energy is a very high cost. Hot Biscuit, he's going to try to go in. Jurgen misses that ultimate, but it might work out anyways as Averse is getting so low, and Dolos secure the second orb of the round. Oh, beautiful panic from Bloom. That was a very big fear. Bloom had nothing. Yeah. That fear was the only option, but now he goes down. Yep. Hot Biscuit, he still knew there was nothing immediately after. Used that Searing Flight to get in there. Proster, he's all that's left, and you know, you said maybe Dolos just wanted to get to the next game, but they're gonna have to wait at least 1 round longer. Yeah, this is tough. Both teams, absolutely. Make one mistake, Proster, and you're dead. Yeah. Bloom misses the other side at the wrong time. You guys are dead. Yeah, that's like the story of the Varesh comps, right? Yeah. Sometimes you'll just burst down the enemy out of nowhere. That Hand of Judgment and the damage buff it provides is absolutely insane. Can just pump out so much damage in such a short amount of time, especially when you got an Ashka. Ashka, a character with a lot of burst, Jolts. Yeah, definitely. And we were able to see from the bottom fight when it was Averse versus Hot Biscuit, and Hot Biscuit looked like he was losing it, but then he just pops the EX base to heal himself. Yeah. And it was fine. Beautiful trades. Nice rain of arrows. Starting this one off, Hot Biscuit gets chunked pretty hard. Clerney forced to use all of his healing charges, but he is a Lucy at the end of the day. They're going to regenerate pretty quickly here. The Deadly Injects and the Clarity Potion, and now the Hand of Judgment on Proster. He's going to have to be very careful, Jolts. Absolutely, and here just Clerney took a lot of damage from Averse. He was able to get the EX mode too. And Rain of Arrows, look at this pressure what Averse is pulling off. He's in the middle of enemies. Oh god, yeah, speaking of in the middle of enemies, Jurgen, he's posted up in between all 3. He gets the ultimate off though, and it hits 2, 3. Doesn't get the 4th hit, but still the impact from that was absolutely massive. He manages to get out as well thanks to the barrier. But he's not too healthy, Jolts, and Dolos are actually behind 20% in terms of HP. Yeah, that's true, but Hot Biscuit has ultimate, and Clerney also is holding an ultimate, so I think they just want to force some stuff out here and throw ultimates and hope for
for the best. Oh, there we go. That's the force. We now Poloma has no ultimate. And Hot Biscuit coming out. If he would have waited just a moment and used the ulti on Bloom, that would have probably gave better results.
Yeah, you hit exactly what I wanted to say. Bloom, he had that other side, and Hot Biscuit didn't land the Infernal Scorch as a result. Bloom sitting so pretty on the amount of HP he has currently, able to get the next orb too. This is suddenly looking very good for Space Station Gaming. The M2 from Hot Biscuit getting a chunk of damage onto a verse. The Dragon Slayer is available, but we'll see if he's able to get that off. Jamila up top. He actually gets punished pretty hard here, Jolt.
Oh, Washka goes down. It can still turn. We have Jurgen ultimate here, and roll use. Okay, I think Lern is dead, but is he? No. Proster's aim is too good. You're not gonna do a stat.
Yeah, Proster not gonna miss those. And Space Station Gaming very swiftly gonna take game 1 on Dragon Garden Knight.
Whew. That was intense.
Yeah.
It was just the first game.
Now, something you mentioned a little bit earlier on that I wanted to bring up again, you talked about how maybe Hot Biscuit isn't quite used to playing with another ranged character. What do you think are the chances of us seeing Jurgen maybe switch to a melee?
Very likely.
Yeah?
It's either going to be Jurgen on melee or Hot Biscuit is going to be on melee. But knowing Hot Biscuit, he might just say like, whatever dude, let's do something really crazy and go double melee or like something really wonky.
What are we going to see, like Freya Shifu or something? Freya Croak?
Freya Rook.
Oh, that sounds gross.
Imagine Freya Rook Ulrich.
Oh, that sounds absolutely disgusting. The amount of pressure I see those 3 melee characters putting out is very high. You know, Rook with Freya, both of those characters very good at forcing outs. If they ever find their way in, that could be pretty disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, we saw Hot Biscuit's Freya earlier on today, and it didn't have too much success.
Yeah, I didn't have too much success. The problem exactly with range players switching to melee is that it's very hard to determine when to engage and when to disengage.
Right.
Because with range, you can just like push out damage, but with melee, you need to find the spots when to go in.
Yeah. It's like most range characters, their damage is consistent, but as a melee, you need to understand the flow of the game and the wave of how to play. Yeah. The in and the out, the flow of when to be where. It's very difficult. I certainly couldn't switch to melee.
It requires a lot of practice and just overly putting a lot of time into different roles. But it also helps you as a player. If you switch role, you kind of understand the other perspective, and you might be able to play better against it.
Right, yeah, makes a lot of sense. It's like when you learn a character that you have problems playing against, you'll understand what that character is weak against.
Yeah.
You'll understand that if you're playing against a Jumong, you got to force him to use Black Arrow and then punish him immediately after, because you'll have people do that to you. So yeah, definitely something that benefits you as a player when you learn how to play different roles. And I believe you've played all 3 roles, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I played all the 3 roles in tournaments, melee, range, and support. And as I said earlier to Krooks, I think support is actually the hardest role to play properly. Melee might be like the most unforgiving, because if you make a mistake, you're most likely lose. Yeah. That's not the case with range or support that much. But with support, you gotta keep a track of your teammates' cooldowns and enemy cooldowns, and just overly pay attention to everything going on. It's very hard. Also, your positioning at the same time. It's like,
yeah,
like this.
There's just so much you have to keep track of, and that's part of what makes it so impressive when these players are able to do it. Of course, you looked very good on your when you played that Older at the end. Your Older was very good, the positioning on point. Bloom, his positioning almost always very on point. And when I think of positioning, the main player I think about is Gadov.
Oh yeah.
That dude positions impeccably, and you know that's one of the hardest things about playing support. Sitting in a situation where you can have a high impact, but also not be pulled in by something like a Thorn or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very hard to get to Godov, especially from the impact. He's like God of positioning.
God of Battlerite.
Yeah. It's very good, and it requires a lot of, I would say, mental training to actually not be in a bad spot in a game. You require patience to not just go forward and want to do a most one to the enemy, because that's what gets you killed.
Yep. And it's so easy to just be like, oh, I'm bored, I want to go in an M1, right? Especially on something like a Lucy, you're just like, oh, I'm going to go throw out my 12 damage M1. It feels good to hit. And then you just die.
Yeah. It's like unlucky.
Yeah, unlucky.
You don't blame your teammates if you do that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Don't blame your teammates in general. Yeah. Accept that you're bad at this game. And then you'll get better.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just the first step to getting better. Blame yourself, not your team.
That's like my life lesson. Yeah. I'll just like accept that I'm bad at everything, and I'll try to get better.
Yeah, that's a very good life lesson.
Yeah, I mean it's something, right?
Yeah.
We got the draft coming out here. Verse, he's actually switched into the Destiny. Pretty interesting pick. How do you feel about Destiny as a character in this meta?
Good. I would say good. I think Destiny was a bit better when Rook was involved, because Destiny is very good against Rook. Against Yamila, I don't know how well Destiny will work, because I haven't seen that that much.
Yeah.
Like only a couple of times, and played with it a couple of times. So I guess we'll see. But why did Avar switch? They had the game in their pocket.
Yeah, they had a dominant victory.
Yeah.
Maybe he just didn't want to play against the Freya of Hot Biscuit, something like that. And you know, Crooks, he said that the Destiny is good against the Jamila, our resident ranged player in the BPL. So maybe there's some value to that counter picking. But you know, I guess we'll see. It's not something I'm too familiar with. Jamila in general is still just such an enigma to me. But we'll see how it works out here. We're getting live with Game 2 right now.
Boom, boom, boom.
Jolts, how do you feel about dancing?
I love dancing.
You love dancing?
Yeah, I can do it on demand.
Maybe we'll see some of that after this game, but for now, we got to see SSG versus Dolos.
Yeah, if SSG wins, I'm maybe going to dance.
You're going to dance? Okay.
Yeah. if Procer comes to the stage for the interview, I will dance with him.
You'll dance on the graves of your fallen EU comrades.
Yo, don't say that.
Well, this game, it's looking pretty good for the red team. Dolos starting out much more favorably. They don't get the orb, though, and with that orb, SSG reclaims a lead. The other side is the answer to the Freya ultimate as well, and with that huge energy spend in trade for only a 12-second cooldown, I don't feel too good about the chances of Dolos here.
Yeah, it's looking very interesting. It's going to take a while for Hot Biscuit to actually, again, understand how to play melee. And look at this, Avars is just zoning alone.
Yeah,
stuff going on.
Avar's having an incredibly high impact here, getting a lot of damage out. But Bloom, he's getting chunked here. The other side, they might be able to kill Bloom immediately after. Hot Biscuit, he has fallen.
Yeah, he's down, and it looks like the round is going to be in SSG's pocket right here quite easily.
Well, there was a trade kill. We're now in a 2v2 situation. We'll see how this goes. Proster and Co. pretty low here. Nice shield from Clarny, and Dolos managed to secure the orb.
Yeah, that's very nice. And the damage what Dolos has, I don't think Bloom is going to be able to out-heal it.
Yeah, Bloom not going to be able to get that off, and he is going to fall. Now Proster left in this 1v2. He's got that full bar of energy, but you know, he's got a full bar of energy, and he's a Jamila.
There you go, Proster. You tried.
Yeah, he did his best.
Yeah.
If nothing else, he definitely gets the You Tried award.
Yeah.
The participation medal.
Yep. That's very true.
Yeah.
Always gotta have a participation medal.
Yeah, he's from North America too, so we're used to getting those.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, we get those for everything.
Yeah. I was third in a running competition. It was 3 competitors. I got a bronze medal.
I mean, I guess that's something.
Yeah, I wasn't very happy though.
3, 2, 1. Fight.
Round 2. Dolos taking round 1 pretty handily at that. Oh no. See how this goes here. The Destiny, that counter is procced, which is very fortunate for Reverse. The silence comes out on the Hot Biscuit now. And this is getting kind of scary. He's so lucky his counter is procced there. Now Hot Biscuit, he's going to continue his aggression. Yeah,
the Hot Biscuit is doing good job in the back line, and seems like Procer is also, he's getting a lot of done and pressuring our stuff. And
oh, that swap from Bloom, dodging that shatter, but the second one is still going to hit Bloom. Now trying to heal up his ranged player. Averse going to eat that shatter as well. Jurgen's getting so much damage up top. Like you mentioned, Clarny getting so low. This is scary. Jolts, he has the space to get over the wall, but I'm not sure how much longer he's going to live for as the Jamila is chasing him down.
Oh, he needs ultimate right now. He didn't get it. He was so close.
Yep. Needed maybe 1-2 more heal charges, but at the end of the day, the pinball was there. The Freya ultimate's dropped in an attempt to find a kill.
But meanwhile, Bloom is dead. And Hot Biscuit has ultimate.
Okay.
2 NA versus EU.
This is so scary here. Jurgen getting so low. Averse! He hits the counter immediately after as well.
Goes down.
That EXM1 spam. Beautiful play there from Averse, spamming out that EXM1 so he doesn't die. Gonna stay alive, and it's looking like SSG are poised to take round 2.
Yeah.
That's another tilter.
That's another tilter?
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's 2 tilters already in this match.
2 tilters with a team of Hot Biscuit, Jurgen, and Clarny. That's a little scary.
Yeah, I can imagine their comms right now. Why didn't you help me? He was dead. So I couldn't. But very, very good shot from SSG.
Yeah.
Like being very, very good at just punishing, just playing together. They saw that Older had nothing. They didn't know if Older had ultimate, but it was clear he didn't have ultimate. He didn't ultimate away.
Right,
so
yeah.
They got to kill.
Yeah,
very nice.
He would have popped that ultimate had he had it, but he did not, so he ended up falling. Great play from Bloom as well, had a couple of beautiful swaps to get him out of shatters. This round starting pretty well for SSG as the counter from Averse lands onto the Older up top. but the R is not going to hit that Plasma Sphere, getting no value. Bloom, I'm a little bit scared for him, but a beautiful swap. Wow!
He's pushing Jürgen into the corner alone. This is such a good play from SSG. And meanwhile, Proster is going low. This is stuff happening all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, Bloom manhandling that trade, playing so beautifully, but Proster getting destroyed a little bit here, and Proster's actually going to fall. Clerney, or not Clerney, but rather Hot Biscuit was body blocking the M1s of Bloom. Bloom had nothing to get to him with.
Yeah, and this is... the SSG can still take this very easily. All they need is one ultimate. Since both of the DPSs are very low, and considering how good Dolos had healing, sarcasm, well, they could have gotten the damage done if they just got the right situation.
Yeah, the beautiful crush, though, from Jürgen. That orb was incredibly key for SSG if they wanted any chance of winning that round, but the crush knocked the Sphere out of the Destiny's counter, and off the back of that, Dolos were able to secure the orb and with it the round. And man, I'm incredibly surprised that SSG ended up losing that round. That swap onto Jürgen, I just want to talk about for a second longer. That was incredible. Not only was it the counter of Jürgen, so where he is placing himself is completely unknown, but Bloom also perfectly times the prediction to land it right when Bloom gets hit by the Shatter. I don't think I've ever seen a Paloma EX Space have that high value.
These plays are something that you don't see in solo queue.
Yeah.
It's very, very high execution, and I'm very surprised how well SSG is doing all these fancy plays here, considering the situation where they are playing at right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking a lot about their fancy plays, but Hot Biscuit, he's just running at Bloom this time, getting a lot of damage out onto the Paloma. Not so much fancy about that, but it is very effective.
That's dicey.
That's dicey.
I had to put it in there. Meanwhile, Avers had a big ultimate, but he actually only hit on Avers. Avers didn't stay in Bloom's ultimate. He actually spaced out from it for a moment, like that can hurt.
Yeah, he's spamming that EXM1, but Bloom, he's gonna fall. That burst damage coming from nowhere. The blue team, they get the orb, but just seconds after Bloom dies. Very unfortunate now. The ultimate, the Stalker, trying to find the kill, but not looking like he's gonna be able to get anything. We'll see if Proster's able to make anything work here. His counter's not proc though. Because of that, he's gonna fall.
He's gone.
Dolos, 3-1.
NA.
See ya, NA.
Get out of my region. That's my boys right there.
Yeah, that's actually comms right there. That's what they're saying now. Get out of my region.
Yeah.
We are in Sweden too, so
watch, they're gonna lose this 5-3.
That would be rough. I think at that point, there's no returning from the tilt.
It's too much. Too much.
Yeah, it's very interesting though. Dolos, they went down very significantly in the first game, only managing to take one round. In Spacestation Gaming, they've kind of found themselves in a similar situation to start this one off. We'll see if they can bring it back, but up until this point, it doesn't look like they will.
I hate seeing what Hot Biscuit is doing almost every round. He throws the hammer, spaces in, and presses E immediately. That means that Freya will be left with no iframe.
Right.
Very vulnerable to damage at that point.
Yeah, you talked about the vulnerability that brings to the table, and now we're seeing it in Hot Biscuit's HP pool.
Yeah, the whole play was how he starts the game. It hurts the whole team. Wow, what an in-cap.
Yeah, that double in-cap was beautiful. Hot Biscuit barely gets his space out, and the Ghost Wolf gonna finish off Hot Biscuit, the boy. Got nowhere to go. That knockup from the pinball gonna ensure that he's stunned long enough for the Ghost Wolf to land. That was a pretty round from Spacestation.
That was amazing. The in-cap, that's all they needed. Sometimes it's one in-cap to rule them all. And this time it was Proster. Man, what is his name?
You're so used in comms to call it Proster.
Yeah.
Man, Proster's going to be listening to the VODs later being like, come on, Jolts. Come on, Jolts. Don't do me like that.
He's going to hate me.
I mean, he probably already does.
He smiled at me once.
That boy has a pretty nice smile too.
Yeah, he does. He's a beautiful boy. All right, here we go, round 6. Hot Biscuit this time didn't space in, and let's see if it has any impact for the game.
He heard you. Is this considered coaching?
I'm getting paid by them. No way, but this is, it's very nice to see the players figure out their own mistakes and what they're doing wrong, and it's very hard to get out of your flowchart. But like, Proster is very good. He's just dealing with the backline and dodging damage.
Yeah, wow, the damage he was able to put out onto the Varesh. Jürgen taking a ton of damage out of almost nowhere. He's being focused now by the older to try to heal him up, and the pinball getting max damage. Wow, beautiful double in-cap there, and they're going to clean up the Varesh easily off of that.
Yeah.
Jules, you jokingly said, is it going to be 5-3 now?
Yep.
SSG, they've looking like they're going to win 2 rounds in a row. The older ultimate needs to be huge, but I don't think they're going to have the damage.
It's not enough.
Yeah,
Procer is too good.
Yeah, Procer is too good.
He's gonna incap you. If you're next to each other, if you're next to your teammate, you shouldn't. Split away, you're gonna get incapped.
And that's one of the interesting things about the Jamila meta. Of course, we haven't seen a whole lot of Jamila up until this patch, and now teams are having to recognize how to play against her. Of course, teams not too used to not being able to stand close to each other because we don't really have many other things in Battlerite that act like her EX space do.
Yeah, indeed. And when Jamila spaces into a wall and she goes for the incap and cancels it, that's really mind-boggling because that's not the first thing what you think about. Jamila is going to cancel the incap?
Yep.
No one does that.
Procer's all about that too. We're seeing him get so much value out of that mind game.
Yeah, if he gets into your head, you're done.
Yeah. This time, getting not only into the head of Jürgen, but he's getting into his HP pool as well. The Petrify comes out here, and he still has Hand of Judgment on him. Procer definitely going to have to play a little bit safe here. But man, the punish started off well for him, but he just got it returned on him twice full.
Yeah, this Averson doing a lot of damage, but meanwhile, just Hot Biscuit, ultimate out. Yeah, Procer goes out. It's very hard for Procer to play in this, because going for this Varish older backline as Jamila, it's very hard. You will be punished and you will take a lot of damage, and definitely requires a lot of trust towards your teammates if you play melee.
That EXM1 from Averse doing a lot of shielding, helping his ally quite a bit. The crush being thrown out onto Bloom. At this point though, Jolts, Bloom's got nowhere to go. Nowhere but down.
Sometimes you gotta go down to go up.
We're getting deep here on the casting desk.
Absolutely.
Hit me with some more words of wisdom.
Later.
Later?
When they come into my mind, I can do that.
Yeah, all right.
I'm not Socrates or Aristoteles in any form, so...
Oh, man. You didn't bring your book of Proverbs?
No.
Unlucky.
Unlucky.
Now, Dolos, 4-3 is the round score. Looking to take this game, too. They're down 1 game in this elimination match. So this is a match neither of these teams want to lose.
3, 2,
neither one. You lose, you go home. You don't want to go home. All right, beautiful start. Procer is able to get the pull every time at the start and pull Varish. And meanwhile, Varish has taken so much damage.
Yeah, I don't know where his HP went, but Jürgen's lacking most of his. The quicksand going to come out onto the Jamila, but Procer is shaking that one off. Doesn't care at all.
Oh wow, that incap just hit after the knockback. Very nice.
Yeah, very nice play there from SSG. The Destiny Wall going to be dropped, but the Chrono Flux is the answer.
Cap.
Oh, beautiful.
Base. That's flowchart. I mean, textbook Battlerite right there. Beautiful combos coming out.
Yeah.
Oh wow, our big ultimate. Boing, boing, boing.
His geometry just a little bit off. Could have got that double hit, maybe a kill with it, but he doesn't end up getting it. But they're still in an incredibly favorable situation as they finally find the kill in Jürgen.
4-4.
They're back, yeah, 4-4. They were at one point down 1-3, but SSG, they've made the adjustments they need to, and they're now threatening to go up 2-0 in this series, Joltsy.
Yeah, this is a good game.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Do you expect which team is gonna take this game?
Yeah, I'm going to go... I think Dolos will take it.
Oh, do you think Dolos?
Yeah, I think Dolos will take it. I think they look a little bit... I like their comp a little bit more than I like SSG's, even though SSG has made the adaptations they need to. But I'm going to stick with Dolos.
All right.
Well, how about you?
I'm with SSG.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Dude,
they are looking very good. The last round, very good. Very nice, good. And, here we're going to see if we are wrong or right.
Yeah, Hot Biscuit. I'm watching his entrance, similar to like you said earlier. He uses that space in and that M2. He uses the E next. He has the counter available. We'll see if he gets it procced. He doesn't get it procced on that ball. A little bit unfortunate. And wow, Dolos, they're taking a lot of damage, Jolts.
Yeah, absolutely. The plays what Procer are doing, he's canceling his, his the spinning blades. He's doing a lot of mind gaming on Jürgen all the time. And it's very nice to see. Wow, good incap.
Yep, the pinball, it's there. He's going to get a couple hits, and wow, the damage coming out onto Clerney is very significant. He has to space away, but the damage has been done at this point. The orb helps make up for it a little bit, but this still does not look good for Dolos.
Yeah, this is looking a bit wonky for them.
This is not the situation you want to be in as an older comp either.
Yeah, absolutely not. You need more HP as an older comp to be able to actually do what you want to do. Maybe with this ultimate, he misses it.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Now Clerney, he's still sitting on 0 healing charges, and he's being line of sighted by his comrades, meaning his healing charges are going to respawn even slower. And Jürgen, he's getting very low, Jolts, and he's going to die.
Oh. Spacestation Gaming. It's 2-0 now.
Yeah, SSG. pulling ahead in this best of 5, 2-0, taking this one with a vengeance as they lost to Red Canids. Maybe a little bit upset after that upset. We'll see if they can take this third game, but they look incredibly good thus far.
They're looking happy also.
Yeah, smiling boys.
Yeah, I'm very proud of them. Very high level of. It's just combos. No problem, no problem. Get the incap going on. Stuns and silence is going off. Beautiful plays from SSG.
Yeah. So now we've seen Hot Biscuit on the Ashka. We've seen him on the Freya. At this point, what other kind of comps do you expect Dolos to run?
Alucia.
Lucy?
Yeah, Frozen.
Yeah,
He's
okay,
gonna
makes
do
sense.
it.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He looked really good with it when you guys were playing too. Of course, Gatekeepers, you guys ran that comp in the playoffs of the season of BPL Season 1. So he could bring it out.
Yeah. I don't know. I've actually heard Spacestation Gaming say, and others saying, if you play Alucia against us, we're going to lose. He said that to me. I don't know if it was a good idea to announce it here. So I'm sorry, Spacestation Gaming. If they pick Alucia, it's going to be good for Dolos. Like, Hot Biscuit been practicing a lot of Alucia. Another possibility is Iva. Hot Biscuit might be picking Iva, and Jurgen gonna go Rook or something, and maybe Lucy.
Yeah, the Iva Rook Lucy, it could be good. I feel like Lucy is kind of weird to pair with Rook though, because you know one kind of goes in, one kind of sits back. You kind of get split sometimes, don't you think?
You just gotta rely on your teammate to just go there and do your thing and don't die, please. It's gonna be very, very hard, but it's one of those comps where there's like they have a very solid foundation.
Right.
It's just like they have the middle damage and they have a lot of shields to keep the Rook alive, or even they could just go Lucia, Iva, Shifu, for example, just to keep the melee alive and put a lot of pressure in. Maybe.
Yeah, I could definitely see the value in that. I think it would be very interesting to see. It's cool to see the Iva be a potential pick for Hot Biscuit. I know you guys didn't feel comfortable picking it in the finals of Season 1, or not the finals, but rather the playoffs. But now maybe he's practiced it a little bit, recognizing that Rook Iva is kind of it's something you need to know to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Iva is a very good hero. So many, it's like a utility support hero with no heals.
Yeah.
She has everything. And the tractor being pulled into stun, into taser, amazing.
Yeah.
Dispel. This is overall a very good hero. The only thing what is bad about Iva is the most one range.
Yeah, her Mass 1 range very short. She kind of reminds me of Jade in that way. Has a couple utility spells, but of course Jade, instead of being utility, she's a little bit more damage. But they're both very short range. They both have a high damage M2s. They both have a silence on their E.
Yeah.
Very interesting characters and how they function. And Jade, a character we actually haven't seen at all. What do you think her problem is currently? Why don't we see any Jade?
I think the question is like, the answer to that is, why would you pick Jade when you can pick Jumong? Kind of like, or you can pick Iva. Iva's most two kind of serves the same purpose as Snipe, and Snipe overall it's very risky in high-level games to just sit there and charge your Snipe.
Yeah, 1.6 seconds.
Yeah, it's a very long time in Battlerite, and during that time you could throw a lot of most one damage in. But this time you're charging Snipe, you're useless during 1.6 seconds. It's bad.
Yeah.
And you're very. People are going to focus you if you snipe.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to hear that snipe charge and they're just going to be like, well, I guess I'll throw my ability at the Jade. Because it's like, unless you're stealth, you'll just, you'll take the damage.
But hey, these top players, even if you're stealthed as Jade, they know where you are.
Yeah.
It's 50 if you are the left or right. Let's take the guess. Hit the most one and then the big damage.
Yeah, a little bit rough, but we just end up don't see her played for that reason. Yeah. Of course, enough about Jade. We got SSG versus Dolos. We got the picks coming in here. We have a Varesh sticking around for Dolos. Makes a lot of sense. Jurgen been playing that, so that does mean that we won't be seeing a melee character to help back up Hot Biscuit, as you know he doesn't play that Varesh.
Yeah, it might be going back to double ranged. Maybe it's gonna be Esmo Varesh.
Yeah, they got the Freya, actually.
Oh, yeah, Freya?
Interesting. So we have Freya and Varesh leading out the charge for Dolos. Do you think we'll see, like, a Lucy here?
It would be the most reasonable option for them.
Right.
Picking older didn't seem to work out for them. They had the damage, but still fell a bit short. They won, excuse me, they lost 5-0. 5-4.
Right.
Yeah, they lost 5-4.
5-4, 5-0.
And like, they could go the same comp, But this is the state where like the players still want to switch it up. They don't feel comfortable with the comp they just lost with.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. On the other side, SSG, they're going to be playing the Destiny. Versus Destiny looked very good, so I can't say I'm all that surprised. His pinballs, they were actually very high value, an ability that's been nerfed increasingly over the patches, but he still made that knock-up very high impact, getting a lot of damage out of that first hit. Of course, it deals 40, plus the short stun. But very high impact ability if you can use it properly, and Averse did just that.
Oh yes, absolutely. And getting the bounces back and forth, if you stand in the middle, it's going to be permanently CC'd there. It's not very fun.
Yeah. Well, we got our last pick, and looking like we have Dolos taking a note out of the SA playbook. South Americans inspiring Clerney to play the Blossom.
It's going to be amazing.
Mind blown. Is
Yes,
that what's happening? Oh.
Clerney playing Blossom. But Clerney is a very aggressive player. He's going to make it work.
Yeah, absolutely.
I believe Clerney. You can do it.
Is that your pep talk?
Yeah, I'm cheering him up, you know.
Yeah.
It's 2-0. The boys are sweating right now.
It's 2-0 and it's Hot Biscuit, Jurgen and Clerney. I'm sure they need some cheering up. But yeah, we're going to have this game coming up shortly. I'm very interested to see how this comp works. I don't think I've seen many European players that all play Blossom. The only two I can think of are Naraga. I saw him play it a couple times to very little success, and I saw you play it, and you guys had some trouble with it. So overall, it's a pick that struggled in the hands of European players, but who knows? Maybe maybe they've been inspired.
Indeed, there's no Rook in this game.
That's true.
Blossom can be very good.
Yeah? Is that kind of why we haven't seen Blossom for a while?
Yeah, exactly. It's because Rook completely countered Blossom. So now there's no Rook. I think it's gonna work.
Yeah, absolutely. And Proster, he's also dropping that Jamila. He looked very good on it in the last game. Overall, Proster's Jamila has looked pretty good today. I wouldn't say it's quite to the level of Ruben's. Ruben's has looked absolutely incredible. Yeah. But, you know, Proster, it's definitely been a serviceable Jamila. It'll be interesting to see how it works in this match. And it'll be interesting to see whether or not Dolos can bring it back.
Yeah, I believe with maybe the Blossom is the hidden pick.
Yeah.
It can work.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Game 3 coming at you right now. Mount Erasnite is the map.
Absolutely.
3,
Absolutely,
2,
Jules.
Absolutely. It's the word of the day.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree anymore.
Yes. Yes. Good. Here we go. There's the same start from Hot Beast, most two into space, but maybe the Blossom is going to make a difference. Look how fast Freya was there with the Blossom tree haste buff.
Yeah, she's pretty speedy there. She's taking a lot of damage though, Jolts. The tree is dropped again. Panic not going to get hit by Hot Biscuit, and the counter's proc as well, and now he's having a very favorable time in this backline.
Yeah, they got the pressure going on, and Dolos is just able to get the middle up here. It's going to be very interesting to see how like Spacestation Gaming is going to push them away from the middle. Looks like Proster is doing a very good job in here, and look at the upper standing. Wow.
Yeah, beautiful pinball negating that Dance of the Dryads. Now Clerney, he has to play very safe here. He's very split from his team too, Jolts. Jurgen, he's dropping that ultimate. It's going to have to be high impact, but I'm not sure he gets enough. A beautiful swap, but the silence still hits. This is very scary for Bloom here. He dodges that Hand of Judgment, but the Shatter is there. The other side is available. Bloom living on a wire's edge here.
Meanwhile, 1 versus 1 with Hot Biscuit, Freya goes down.
Dang. SSG winning their matchups all over the board here. Yeah. Jurgen not able to clean up Bloom, and the ultimate iframe to dodge that EX space. Beautiful play from Bloom this round.
Yeah, that was very nice. The top lane fight was amazing. Right there, Hot Biscuit versus Proster, it was intense. Proster won this time. The game was very close. That was a very close round.
Yeah.
It could have gone either way.
Absolutely. 1 or 2 minor things could have completely changed the course of that round. Of course, down bottom, Bloom having that fancy footwork, dodging the abilities of Jurgen, living with just a sliver of HP. It was a very close round.
Yeah, it was a very close round. Here we're going to see if there's going to be a change to Dolos' tactic. Maybe Hot Biscuit don't go that deep this time and play more defensive, and let's see how SSG reacts to that.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to change up their tactics enough to win this round. Of course, this is an elimination match, and Spacestation Gaming are up 2-0. All of the pressure on Dolos this game.
Oh, Hot Biscuit is going deep. He's doing the same thing as first round. Let's see if it works out this time. But meanwhile, Avars is just dealing a lot of damage, and Hot Biscuit is low HP, a doubling cap.
Wow, everybody on SSG playing so well here. Hot Biscuit getting manhandled by a verse, but Proster, he's getting pretty low, Jolts. The other side is forced out, but before he goes down, they might be able to find the kill on Freya.
Goes down.
They get the kill.
Oi, 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 oi.
Oi, oi, oi.
Oi, 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 oi. SSG is delivering. You can be proud of your cons, man. They're playing well.
I don't like being proud of them.
Nah.
I'd rather be proud of something I did.
Nah. Whatever, man.
Whatever, I'm too cool for that.
7th best continent.
Jurgen gonna go down, and SSG, like you mentioned, delivering, going up 2-0 in this game 3. Very interesting to see how well they're playing. And Dolos, they are on the verge of elimination.
Yeah, this is gonna be scary for them. The next rounds, they are gonna determine if they lose one more. It's gonna be very hard to come back.
Yeah, man, we'll see how this goes. A very tall order for them. They've already fallen behind 2. They need to win 5 rounds this game if they want to stay in this match. And you know, it's looking like SSG has them figured out, Jolts.
Yeah, they have. They definitely do know like how to punish Hot Biscuit properly while Avers is dealing a lot of damage to the backline and at the same time dealing a lot of damage to Hot Biscuit. The air ability from Avers, amazing. And meanwhile, Proster 1-3 there. Amazing.
Yeah, people respect Proster, and there's a reason why. He absolutely dominates that 1v3, getting a ton of damage out onto both Jurgen and Clarny. And SSG gets the orb, Jolts. A double in cap too. So much going in the favor of the red team here. The EX tree is going to be burned through, and that Paloma ultimate.
Wow, the pull!
The pull back into it.
Get back here.
Get back in this ult,
Where are you going, Varesh? Get back here.
Beautiful play from Proster, trapping him in that Paloma ultimate. Wow, SSG. Dominant.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Proster with no ping, a monster.
Yeah,
Proster with ping, a monster, but a bit less.
Yeah, a bit less of a monster, a manageable monster. He's looking unmanageable this game. And that's one of the cool things about this tournament, of course. Once again, the biggest tournament in Battlerite history on LAN. Proster normally plays from California, plays on US East servers, playing with anywhere from 70 to 90 ping. With 0 ping, this guy looks indestructible.
Yeah, this is what EU players were scared of, the names who play with high ping. And Avers again getting the big start, the hammer into the wall, into the counter. Avers is just able to do whatever he wants here. Wow. No one is stopping him.
Dude, Jurgen is getting destroyed here. That panic, the panic into the EXE. Great play there, ensuring so much damage onto Jurgen. And Hot Biscuit goes down as well. Jolts, this is looking like it might be a sweep. They get the kill on Paloma, though, and as I'm talking about how this game might be over, we're found ourselves in a 2v2 situation.
Yeah, this is...
I tried so hard to hype it up. I was like, it's 2v2. Yeah, I did my best, dude.
Not like this.
SSG.
It's 4-0.
Yeah, dude, it's 4-0, and they are not looking like they're going to let up. Looking absolutely dominant. And that round definitely looked like a bit of a tilt thing to me. You know, SSG, they just ran down Dolos. Didn't ever back up for mid. Didn't bother for the middle orb. They just wanted the lives.
Yeah. Wow, the Avers is playing so well. He's on point with the sphere hits, getting a lot of damage down, canceling counters left and right. Very nice.
Match points and tournament life on the line for Dolos. We'll see if they manage to win a couple rounds, maybe bring it back. This one starting off pretty well for SSG. That counter's procced, and with it, Proster goes in, and the damage onto Clarny. The silence! So much damage onto this Blossom. He spaces back defensively, but it's looking like he's all but dead. He's just heal-botting his allies, and SSG are going to secure the orb for free. This is looking all but over already, Jolts.
It is looking very, very good for SSG here. Clarny going very low, and again, Proster looking for that in-cap. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to pull it off. What a bummer, but ultimate coming, Freya goes down. Meanwhile, Clarny ultimating, didn't get much done. It's starting to look like SSG is taking the game.
Spacestation Gaming pull it out, winning the last game 5-0 and keeping their tournament life and tournament hopes alive. Dolos, they're gonna fall. They are out of the event. Your people have died, Jolts.
I'm disappointed.
Oh.
It was a bummer.
Yeah. Oh.
Hot Biscuit, you're gonna go to sleep without food today.
Team captain here starving his ally. Yeah, very well played from Dolos, though, of course, making it to the LAN finals. You know, them making it here in and of itself was an upset. Everybody expected Gatekeepers to take them down, but, you know, Gatekeepers, they fell.
They fell.
Yep.
They fell like champions, but there will be a new era.
there will
be a new time.
But as there will be a new time for that, there will also be a new time for Dolos, but now will not be their time as they are out of the event. Spacestation Gaming, they have qualified for the semi-finals now. It's going to be from Group A. We have Spacestation Gaming and, of course, Red Canids, the 2nd and 1st seed, respectively. It'll be very exciting to see tomorrow.
They're going to fight again, and it's going to be good.
Yeah, I can't wait for that matchup. I can't wait to see just more Red Canids in general.
It's going to be spicy.
Yeah, but of course, before we see that, we have many more matches today. We have Group B. We get to see some Youngsong and some Impact later, Jolts. Yeah.
Wow. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, we got a couple more hours of great Battlerite. It'll be very interesting to see. And we have a winner interview coming up right now. Oh boy, we have the fan favorite, the Osu legend.
Oh no.
We got Connor Shackladdy coming up here.
Welcome.
What's up, Averse? What's up, man?
Hey guys.
Congrats on your win. How'd it feel?
It was crazy coming from the South American game, but honestly,
dude, yeah,
it was crazy. I was shaking the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were on the verge of elimination. So many upsets. The whole land has just been upset after upset after upset. Props to the South Americans, honestly.
Dude,
they're insane.
First and foremost, shout out to you for being such a nice competitor, understanding that they're playing well, not being upset.
Yeah, they're crazy, dude.
Yeah, Averse looking like a good guy here.
Yeah, for now.
Of course, South America, they are the story of Group A.
Yeah.
What was it about them that kept allowing them to edge themselves over you? Because you lost like 3, 5, 4 games.
Yeah, so I think our comp, the Taya, we played Taya, Lucy Jamila.
Yeah.
I think that comp, honestly, is bad into them, but we won with it, so we were just like, let's go with it again. And it just honestly felt so hard, man.
Yeah.
They just knew to play so passive, and we couldn't go in. So I would have to play like around the walls as Taya, and I was getting like minimal damage, and Procer would just die before me. It was so hard. Like,
yeah.
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They knew exactly what they were doing.
At the end of the day, though, you did still manage to qualify for the semifinals.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be a guaranteed top 4 spot in the world's biggest tournament for Battlerite?
It's crazy.
Yeah?
We're so excited. I've been playing this game for so long.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Of course, it's a long time coming. I remember watching you way back in the day, the grade system, climbing to grade 15. You're still at the top. What makes it different about you than other players that you've been able to stay the best of the best in North America for so long?
It's practice.
Yeah?
That's it. Just practice. And having great teammates helps. Bloom pushing me, Procer pushing me, wanting to play good for them. It helps a lot.
Damn, what a good guy this guy is.
Well, you're being carried.
That's good.
Jolts is toxic.
No, but you played pretty well.
Yeah.
Very nicely.
Thanks,
Very nicely done.
Once again.
It was great.
Yeah, and congratulations once again. You don't have to play till tomorrow now, so you get a little bit of a break.
I'm going to go pass out.
Yeah, but we're not done yet. We got a couple more matches today. We're going to come up next with Group B. We'll be back in just a little bit.